Hello everyone. Today I am going to make a similar design with that my hiking design I did on Photoshop. I got an order, so I am going to do this, and these are the elements I am going to use here. The main theme of this design will be US soldiers, and then some kind of they are in a trip like in a forest fighting a war, something like that. So I need to make something like a kind of that. So these are some elements I managed. These are downloaded from FreePic. These elements I made, and of course these ones too. So I am going to use them in my design, but before that I need to make an idea of what will my final design will be, So for that one, here I am going to take a ellipse, and that is, of course, this will be my design area. So whatever I am going to do, I will do that inside this ellipse. I am going to first of all cut and paste in back. Let's lock this ellipse. So everything here I will be doing inside this ellipse. I am going to make some kind of 3-layer design. Kind of first layer will be something like this. Soldiers will be standing here, then there will be a tree line, and then there will be a mountain kind of shape. So that was my plan to do. So I'm going to make the first layer here, something like this maybe. Okay, not that kind of obvious. I'm using my pencil tool here to make a, sorry for that, to make a shape here. This will be my soldiers standing layer, or maybe something kind of this. Yeah, that is good. This layer will be my soldier standing layer. Then I will need a 3-layer here, but before that I need to make some kind of grass, maybe. It does not have to be a perfect. Just to give it a grass kind of feel, I'm going to make them a custom brush here. Of course, art brush. Then okay, I'm going to select that brush. As you can see, here I have to put my brush, something like this. This will be the grass layer of my design. Okay guys, so now my grass layer and this layer is okay. I'm going to expand it, something like this, make them unite so that I don't lose their positions. Okay, so this is now my that becomes a strokes, so that's now fixed. Now I'm going to place my soldiers here. Like I want to make this one really big here. Something like this. then maybe this one here. Okay, so now my shoulders are placed, and I just want to make a mountain kind of theme here. So I am going to take my pencil tool again, as I want just something like this, maybe not this full area, just to I can see the background here. Okay, now I am going to make a sun kind of shape here. This is a very easy design. I am not going to make it super complex, just I want it to be like something easy but cool looking. So these are the mountains and this is my sun here. I'm going to reduce the opacity so that I can see that clearly. I am going to place my helicopters here, something like this. Okay, this must be inside my sun here. I am going to make that sun kind of white color so that it looks good, like an setting sun, something like that. So now this is my design, and I am going to, as I have showed you in my Photoshop design, that I want to make a how to make a tree line here, and then of course cut that with trees. I'm going to lock this one too, like this mountain shapes here. So now my design is almost ready. I just need to add some trees here just to fill these corners, nothing else. Okay, so these are going to be my okay, now I can simply make a kind of, this is my first layer, this soldier and this tree, these are another mountain top they are standing, so you can see the background here. This is a bigger mountain, this is sun, and then my helicopters here. So I just want to make something like there will be another tree line, and then just to show that there is some gap between them, I am going to make it really small here, something like this, but that doesn't look good when I am okay. So I placed the trees here, and now I'm going to fill these areas that I can see right here on this part of the soldiers. I'm making a copy something like this just to fill these areas. Okay, before that I need to make them a group so that I can select them easily. Now I am going to copy, paste here and select them all, cut. Okay, after that I need to ungroup my mountain layer here, this one here, and if I make the opacity 100%, then go to its transparency panel and paste in front. That means those trees are now working as my transparency here. Now coming back to my original design here, I need to make them stand out. So for that, okay, maybe this one is too much higher. I can simply put them something like this so that I can see my shoulders rising above these mountains. Now this one here and these two helicopters, I can simply bring them down, kind of something like this. Of course, this is the okay, this will be my final design. Now I can make them visible, so that's for doing that I need to make some offset path for them, just a little bit. Yeah, that is good. 10 pixel. Okay, and now I am cutting them, pasting in. First of all, I will paste them in this mountain layer, something like this. As you can see, they are visible now, and of course here in this sun layer. So if I make that sun 100% opacity, transparency, and then paste in front. Okay, so this is now my final design. Now I am going to make them visible, like this part, this part. These two should be kind of white for this design here, so that they are visible on black, but I will change their colors later. Now I just want to add some text here, but before that I just want to make everything in a group here. So I have selected everything, not everything, there are some locked layer, this one and this one, so I am going to select them all. You can see with my this, first of all my this white rectangle 2 is now selected, so I am going to make it kind of using my shape builder to erase these extra parts. Those are outside of my white rectangle. Okay, so this is now my design. I am going to make a clipping mask here with this circle, this white circle I made before, but I am going to make it in a stroke mode now, and I need to keep a copy of this circle. So I am going to copy this, now selecting this two, and of course I need to paste it in front. So I am going to arrange, bring to front. That's how you can see that layer is now on top of everything. So I am going to select this two only, make a clipping mask. Okay, so there was a mistake, like this two trees here, and this one and this one and this one, they should be grouped. Now if I make a clipping mask here. Yeah, everything is now inside my circle. Not everything, there are some parts here, like these are out of my ellipse tool here, that ellipse I made. But don't worry, as I kept a copy of my ellipse, I'm going to paste it in front, selecting everything here, making a clipping mask. As you can see, now everything is inside my circle here. So now I need to bring this into, okay, I'm going to make that black, as that will be my, I'm going to work on a white background. Let's keep this to maybe white for now. Just to show them on black. Okay, now this one here, this mountain shapes here, I need that one to be cut out from this sun layer. So I'm going to make offset path for that, something maybe cut, and then I'm going to select this sun here. Okay, just coming here, paste in front. It must be black. Okay, that's good. If I come here, okay, I can simply just make these two helicopters. That's how they will be visible on whichever background I choose. Okay, this is taking a bit longer time, but that is something, it needs to make a good design here. So this is now my final design. I am going to add some text here, and for that one I need to bring some text. As you can see, I was searching for some quotes, and I found this one really inspiring for me. So I'm going to use this quote here, like this one here, and for that I need to add a circle here, just like this, but in a little bigger size. And now I am going to add my text here, like this. I'm going to use this Stencil and font, as this is a soldier design. Now okay, this text is actually looking too much bigger. That means I want them to be readable. They said I could be anything. I'm going to make them bring a bit inside my circle here. Maybe a bit smaller in size. Okay, that is now good. Now I'm going to add my that extra text, so I become a now I'm going to make this bigger here so that it could be, it can come in my focus of my design. So I become a soldier here. This soldier I can of course break it. Yeah, let's break it. Okay, maybe I'm going to put that text inside my this text here, something like this. You see, this text a lot more time to make a design without an idea, just to practice with some, like play with some ideas. That's what I am doing here. Maybe a bit smaller in size, so that maybe something like this, and then distribute them. I'm just going to separate these lines from my main soldier text, and that's why putting this stars here. They must align perfectly. Okay, this is now my text. I'm copying that and then pasting them something like this area here. As you can see, this is now a open area. These are now kind of, there is no background here, so I just want to make these parts too in a backgroundless, like kind of. Okay, I'm making this to a group, then I'm selecting them all, arranging them to the center, something like this. Making offset path for my soldier text. Okay, offset path will not look good here, as there is some tiny details here, you can see. So I'm going to keep it like this, then selecting this group, using transparency here to put a rectangle here, something like this. Yeah, this will be good for me. Now guys, this is now my final design here. I'm going to add some colors in them, but as it is almost 30 minutes long tutorial, so I'm not going to show that here. I'm just going to add some color here, and I will upload them as soon as possible. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this one too. See you in the next video. Thank you.